Hey, it's Scriby and another episode of Boardroom to Booth. This is the Mallorca season, so I'm speaking to all the DJs who are coming over to the Garden Club in Alcudia this summer 2026. And I'm excited to be speaking to your DJ name is?
Watsy, how are you doing?
Yeah,
Good to
Watsy. Yeah, great to see you. And obviously we're friends already, but tell us a little bit about you, Watsy.
Yeah, so a bit about me. So I am in house music. I've loved house music ever since I could hear a house music song. I had a background in drums and stuff, so I've always known what a four to the floor kick sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm based in London. I've been in music. I've been DJing for 12 years now.
Cool.
Which sounds insane to say, really. I've been full time just over 18 months now, and
Wow.
signed with a label just since February, which is amazing to say as well. And we just had the first release go out on there, so yeah, that's I guess a summary about me.
Yeah, I can't let you get away with that. So tell us more about your signing and your record. We may as well get it out there.
Yeah, so I signed in February, as I said, for I think we've got 5 singles coming out on there initially, which is wild. Yeah, we had the first one come out. It's called Show Me What You Got, and it's a very kind of Balearic piano house kind of vibe. The singles have kind of vary in style, but obviously trying to keep elements of my sound, which is really important.
Yeah,
but I've had great fun making them all. It's been a long time coming for sure,
yeah.
but this one is especially special because the one that's released, that is actually the first ever production I ever did in a studio. So
Yeah,
I produced it with Bertie. He's an incredible producer.
yeah. I know
And
Bertie actually. Yeah, he's a
yeah,
cool guy. Cool guy. Yeah,
he was like kind of taking me through a lot of learnings at the same time, which was great because I'm used to one reverb on a DJ controller and he's used to 20,000 different ones on a DAW. So
yeah.
that was an interesting curveball, but we had great fun making it. And I can't believe it's out. We've just hit over 20,000 streams now,
Well
and we're
done.
I think the 12th day of release, which is just incredible to feel like my first ever piece of production is being listened by so many people and being loved by so many people, which is what I think this industry can really bring, in terms of like a feel good factor. So
Yeah, I know. Well done. Congratulations as well.
thank you very much. Thank you.
And so you mentioned that, so you've got the production side and you mentioned the word full time. Tell me more about
Yes.
that.
Yeah, so I actually came from a hospitality background. It's what I studied at university, and I was abroad. I was in Switzerland studying that for 4 years, and I came out of there, and I had a job coming out of uni, which was fantastic, and I loved every single moment of it. Unfortunately, I was made redundant,
Yeah.
and that was really interesting, really, because I guess it brought two sides. It brought like obviously my first job. It was like kind of at the time was like quite like, oh my goodness, like what am I going to do now? But yeah, the company was absolutely fantastic. Like I still keep in touch with them today. It was so kind of done really like it was obviously hard to go through, but done very well. I had a very close relationship with them. But yeah, it was so. But the timing of it was weird because it was nearing Christmas holidays, so
Oh, wow.
there was like a very very ADHD. I can probably say, don't mind.
No,
In
all of us are.
I mean, what comes with that is that we're like just like rocket into the next thing,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
kind of Christmas holidays, really, that period saved me from doing that because no companies were open or anything.
Okay.
And so obviously I went home. My parents were like, well, obviously first things first, like chill out. And I'm like, yeah, okay, like let's do that.
Yeah,
And then they were like, well, is there something you really want to do? Because you're 23 and you've got a lot of life ahead of you. Right now is a great period to maybe go and try something that you really fancy doing that you didn't think you would be able to do before. So I was like,
what a great question.
yeah. And I was like, well, you know what? Like I've actually always wanted to try and take my DJing and music to the next level and maybe even try and do it full time. And they were like, well, why don't you do that then? So, I mean, I have a lot of appreciation goes to them for, you know, not only supporting me to go and do that, but also, to have the opportunity to do that as well. To then go, okay, forget everything. Let's 100% go for music.
Yeah,
And yeah, so since that's now January 25, I started doing that. And yeah, fast forward to now, within a year, I've been had a label approach me and sign me for my
yeah,
sound and my music, which to this day is still very, doesn't feel very real. I mean, it's very real,
yeah,
but in my mind, it's just crazy to think that 2 years ago I was doing something completely different, and
yeah,
I was still just seeing my favorite artists on stages and doing it as a hobby.
yeah.
Which yeah, so
Super. I mean, you brought up two really interesting things there. One is being in Switzerland, and I wonder what the
yeah,
house music thing is like there. And the second one is like the ADHD thing. So take them
yeah,
as you will, but go for it. What do you think?
yeah. So I'll tackle Switzerland first.
Okay.
So how did that come about? Yeah, so hospitality. I mean, as I guess it's seen as, one of the best countries in the world for hospitality.
Okay.
They have, so I was lucky enough to get into the number one school in the world for hospitality,
Wow.
which was a journey by itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a hard graft. And yeah, so I was in Lausanne, just so in the French part of Switzerland next to Geneva.
Okay.
It was called EHL. And yeah, I was there for 4 years. I mean, the nightlife scene, I mean, I wasn't expecting, because being so kind of, I guess I saw it as a more calmer country,
Yeah.
chilled out, but complete opposite. Like the nightlife was
Yeah.
unbelievable. There was so many kind of new event brands, and I mean, kind of like the entrepreneurial business mindset was like next level. And when you apply that to music and
Yeah.
event brands, there was just pop-ups going everywhere. And they've got the vineyards, the views, the mountains, and everything like that to do just the most outrageous pop-ups, which
I
was just absolutely
see. Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so that really, really like got me, and I got really into that, and absolutely loved doing the house, well, especially house music. They love it out there.
Yeah. Wow.
And
I can
now
see it in your smile. I mean, I
I
genuinely
just
can.
like, it's just like
Yeah.
visualizing the memories that I had
Yeah.
there was of just going to some of these wacky pop-up events was just amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was amazing. And I got to, luckily well, I had lots of opportunities to be able to DJ out there for my university.
Yeah.
Our university was really like one big community, so they would get the whole nightclub for a night just for our university, and then the students that were DJs would be DJing, and it was just mad. It was really amazing to be able to do that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was obviously just something. If you weren't there, you wouldn't believe some of the events we did. It was great.
Super.
Yeah, so that, I mean, that was a great 4 years of my life.
Yeah.
ADHD now, my goodness. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, where do we start there? So I was quite late diagnosed with it.
Mhm.
I was 16, so
Mhm.
it was just after my GCSEs, which was a pro and con, let's say, because, well, no, definitely more of a con than a pro, because I had to go through my GCSEs without any kind of dispensation at school, which was quite hard.
Okay. Yeah.
It obviously, yeah. I mean, I managed to get through it, and I think one of my inner kind of real, I guess, skills, if you like. I mean, I don't know if that's the right word. Is I really do see my resilience
Sure.
and for as a skill of mine,
Yeah.
and a
Yeah.
real kind of pillar. I kind of never let anything stop me from really getting to where I want to be, and achieve something that anyone else can.
Yeah.
And so at the time, obviously, I kind of just worked through it, but it was very different than putting it like a kind of scientific label on something.
Yeah.
because I think it kind of then opens up a whole new world of learnings and self-learnings and kind of, just kind of like relearning about yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And not to use it as an excuse. I think that's really important for me.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
I apply, well, that's because of my ADHD. That's because of my, it's such a. I think unfortunately it is too regularly used by a lot of people, and for the community that actually are going through that scientifically and they have gone through that diagnosis,
Yeah.
that can be really difficult because sometimes I sit there and I go, well, like, you have no idea, like,
Yeah.
how it actually really is.
Yeah.
Because I guess, unfortunately, it is used as a throw about word sometimes.
Yeah.
And, 16 now, I'm 24 now. So that's, what, for 8
That's
years?
it's a third of your life. Yeah.
Yeah, a third
Yeah.
of my life going to, and I'm still learning today, and adapting though each thing. And it brings its superpowers
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
There's one thing I can always say is that I could meet a stranger and, by their second word, I've read them and I know exactly what I feel like I know a lot
Yeah.
about them. And,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I do find that a strength for
Yeah.
sure,
No,
because
it definitely is.
in the music industry, there can be a lot of used up space for people say a lot of things, and being able to just wade your through that to the real kind of points you need to focus on, that can be a real strength. So it's been an interesting journey.
Yeah.
We'll waffle on about it forever,
No, no,
but
no, 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 no. But I mean, there's a couple of really like pertinent points there, right? So, like in our industry, it's all around playlists and things. But if you've got that affection, right, you're never going to stick to it as number one, right? Yeah,
yeah,
and which makes it way
yeah,
more dynamic, right? It's way more dynamic. And the second thing you were just saying about reading a single person, reading a room, right? So I'm never ever that surprised that we're all similar in that way, right? Because
yeah,
we're kind of like DJing was always the weirdo on the side of the room, right? And like there's all this like the need or obsession to put all this music together, and then the pinnacle of it is the presentation or the see people seeing you play out. But what they don't
definitely,
see is that kind of power behind it and that need to react. And there's a slight anxiety with ADHD,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And those two things work really well. And I don't know about you, but I find that with the music, it settles me. So I listen to it all the time, and then I'm a
yeah.
normal
Me too.
human being. But if I
Me
don't
too.
listen to it for a long time, it's sort of I'm all over the place. So, but thank you for sharing that. So, given that you've produced and everything, I mean, I've got some standard questions. So I'm gonna go through them.
Let's do it.
What style of music do you love?
Yeah. So I'm very much one for the groovy underground house.
Yeah, yeah,
I love a very groovy, funky bass line for sure in all my productions. That for me is so important because I have to feel it.
yeah.
And I feel that in bass lines for me.
Okay,
Like if
yeah,
I'm DJing and you've got that filter on, when you take that filter off, you want it to hit you. And for me,
yeah,
you get that from the bass
yeah.
for sure.
Interesting. Yeah,
But then again, like on the other side of the spectrum, I'm, in piano house.
yeah,
I love this kind of emotional kind of piano chords.
yeah.
So a lot of my productions, I love to try and mix groovy house and piano house, and I see kind of let's say a middle unique
Like a
kind of
fusion. Yeah,
fusion. Exactly. It's hard to explain sometimes to a lot of people
I
because
get it.
a lot of
Yeah,
people see piano house as like, that Sunny
yeah,
Federa, big kind of festival vibes, and then groovy house is like in a sweaty underground basement.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I kind of like, well, let's meet at sea level.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I'll bring you a bit of both,
Yeah,
which can work really well if get really creative with it because
understand.
it's that. So that's where I kind of see myself. It varies, but
Yeah,
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 that's where I
no,
would.
but I get that, and that's probably your soundscape in production, right? Because you kind of feel when you get to places naturally, I think.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
That's good.
I would
So
say
when
say an artist to kind of I see as my icon and kind of is so hot since '82.
Yeah.
He's a real kind of, the word's gone out of my head, but I I kind of take a lot from him,
Yeah. Yeah.
because he really does
An
use bass
icon or a yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. No, fair enough. That's good. That's good. So when you're looking back, who would you say has helped you on your DJ/production journey?
yeah. So I mean, same as you, I
Yeah.
originated from London Sound Academy. I mean, I remember when they were in the Camden Stable Market, that like in the basement where they had a small kind of one of those cube rooms next to shops, and I still remember today going there, and that was in 2014, I think, something like
Wow.
that,
Yeah. Yeah.
when I was 12. So however
Yeah.
that works
Well
out.
done. Wow.
And they have been a pillar of my journey throughout.
Yeah.
I mean, the support they give, even when you leave there and as an alumni, and
Yeah.
that's kind of that initial music family you build. That
Yeah.
they've been an absolute thing I've carried with me even today. Still,
I mean, I
obviously,
always say, I mean, I've often said it on this podcast as well. You go to Buster to go and get skills, you walk out with a network, right? And
100. That is such a
yeah,
great way of
yeah,
putting it. I
you
mean,
know,
you go there, you learn everything, and then you build that network and community, and it's just amazing.
yeah, yeah,
It's how we met, right?
yeah,
So
absolutely. So
we,
best way. So it's cool.
so they definitely been an absolute pillar of my career. And then there's been so many people along the way. I mean, I have to thank all the producers that I work with.
Yeah,
Especially Bertie, because I mean, he
yeah,
was the first producer I ever started with, and kind of made me spark that production journey,
yeah,
if you like. And I've got to now work with so many cool artists as well
yeah.
along the way, which has been really cool. And then, I mean, my throughout all of this, my parents have been the biggest support.
Mm,
They're both, I mean, age is not a thing, but they're both 62 and they still come to all my gigs.
yeah, yeah. I've met your parents at the ministry.
Yeah, right.
They had a great time, right? So
They love it. I mean, they're clubbers through and through. They were going to ministry when they were younger until 6 a.m. in the morning, and like they love music.
I mean, the weirdest thing is when I was younger, I never went to the ministry. It was just not on my radar, right? I meant
Really?
to, yeah. It was more underground for me. And then I went to
Yeah,
the ministry through this, right?
yeah,
And the thing that I found is that the staff are incredible. They
yeah,
really are nice, right?
yeah.
And like, there's no age problem because we're like, I'm an older person now, right? And if I invite people, they go, I'm a bit too old. And they're like, you do not have a problem in that place. And I do think it's a great thing of London as well. So
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's a great thing about London. Like, no one's judging like how old you are, and you're
yeah,
going to a club and you're having an amazing time. That's just always welcome. You know.
yeah, yeah,
So I mean, and I think obviously then after that, most recently is the record label. I
yeah,
mean, Evermix Records, and
yeah.
the John Devonshire, the guy behind it, and Mackie, and the fact they believed in my sound, and everything, like, to want to pursue that with me is incredible.
That's good. That's good. So is that Evermix as in the device as well, or is that
Yeah,
something else?
so
Ah,
yeah, so it's
I've
an
got one of those. Yeah,
yeah, great.
yeah,
That's music to my ears.
yeah,
Yeah, so that's the brand connected to the label.
yeah,
John Devonshire, he is like, to have him as a kind of the guy behind it is I mean, he used to own Defected Records.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
so he like, to have someone like that, a figure like that, to come in and
Amazing.
be
Yeah,
behind is amazing. I mean, I've learned so much already, and we're only in the first few months and the first release, so it's been incredible. But yeah, so yeah, but it is connected. So yeah, they've launched a label, which is amazing,
watch
and
the
I'm
space then,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
You've got
absolutely, yeah.
if you've got 5 tracks and the ex-founder of Defected, that's a pretty good mixture.
It's not a bad start. Let's put
Yeah,
it that way.
yeah.
I'm very thankful and appreciative for the position I've got to.
Yeah, very nice. That's cool. So on to the Garden Club. I've been there now and you are playing next week. What can
So
people
excited.
expect? It's an amazing place. What can people expect from your set over there?
Yeah, I think I have to stick to where I was saying earlier about the music I love. I mean,
Yeah,
garden clubs. So it's I've been looking at it and everything like that, and kind of looking at all the pictures and everything. And it looks super cool.
Yeah.
I mean, really excited. Quite an intimate vibe, which is sometimes really nice.
Yeah.
I think definitely got to bring those groovy vibes to Mallorca.
Yeah.
I think can't forget those Balearic vibes though, being in Spain and
Yeah.
Mallorca, Ibiza, that kind of vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're definitely, well, for sure, gonna try and play some of my own tracks, which is gonna be great.
I was just about to ask you that. I mean, it sounds like they'd be
Definitely,
perfect for it. So the
definitely,
piano house and the groovy house combined.
definitely.
That's cool. And
We've
I
got
think,
yeah,
yeah,
go
go
on.
ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say like so. I guess there's just one other person that I don't know how he's gone out of my mind, but my videographer and content guy, who Giovanni, he travels with me everywhere, so he
Really?
works
That's
with me.
amazing.
He's with me full time, which is amazing, and he'll be coming to definitely get those moments memorized and be able to share them with everybody afterwards.
Amazing.
So yeah, I have to thank him a lot for everything he does. He does a
That's
lot for
cool.
me. So yeah,
Super
so we'll
cool.
be going there. Mallorca will be coming there together,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah, so super excited.
Excellent. That's great. I mean, that's cool with the videographer as well.
Yeah,
So I actually think, because I've seen something online, what are you most excited about following Mallorca? Because I've already seen it.
yeah. So it's going to be the first time I have like I guess I'm calling it a mini Europe tour, but
Yeah.
we're Mallorca. Yeah, straight after my set, where we've got to be back at the airport to fly to Ibiza. So
Yeah.
we've one of the promoters that I know really well has asked me to be on the lineup for one of their events in Ibiza.
Yeah.
Flip side,
Yeah.
I'm very, very excited.
Yeah.
It's going to be a boat party on this
Yeah.
catamaran.
Yeah.
So it is going to be very, very cool. I don't really know what to expect, but I know it's going to be fantastic because you mean a boat party in Ibiza, you can't really go wrong. So
Yeah. Well, I love it because it was the first time we're speaking about it, but that's like proper international DJing. Like jump on a plane, DJ, don't even have time to rest on a plane again, DJ.
honestly, the logistics behind this trip has been mad. I mean,
Really?
to make the timings work and
Yeah.
I honestly, it was the first kind of proper feeling of touring to
Yeah.
get all those playing. And obviously, I'm not big enough to have a whole team behind me yet. So sitting there one afternoon, it's got to have been at least 4 hours. It took me to kind of logistically get, because obviously bringing Giovanni with me, I have to think 2 people for the whole thing.
Yeah.
So that, and he's got all his camera gear and all this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah. So, but I'm very, very excited now. It's all booked up. I've got a group of friends coming with me in Ibiza as well. So
Wicked.
we're a big group.
Super
A lot of
cool.
them have never even been to Ibiza, so I can't wait to show them around.
That's amazing.
It's gonna
Sounds
be
like
great.
great summer. Yeah, great summer.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Cool. All right, look, we're coming to the end. So where can people find you online?
But yeah, so main page is Instagram at watsy.music. Watsy spelled WTSY. So on there, we've got you can follow my radio show on my YouTube channel. I mean, all these channels these days. I mean, it's too many channels to remember. But yeah, follow my music on Spotify, of course, SoundCloud, all those things. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be, if you follow, I'm very appreciative of you following the journey.
Yeah, brilliant. Cool. Thank you so much for your time. Will not be long. I'll see you in Mallorca.
Yeah, well, we got less than 1 week tomorrow.
Yeah, amazing. All right. Well, see you on the dance floor and see you next time.
See you later.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.